Hi there. So Becky Smith here. It has been 4 years since I last made a treatment update video. I called it my last video. So I was sick, undiagnosed with Lyme disease for 5 years. I didn't know what I had. I then figured out what I had through a long process of 5 years. And then I got treatment, and I was in treatment for about 5 years too. So totaled about a decade of Lyme disease issues. And my last video, I had done treatment. I had talked a lot about treatment throughout my years of treatment. And my last video, I felt good to go enough to say I'm in remission. I'm not going to be making these videos anymore. Here's my final thoughts. And I had left with being pretty much on no medication other than thyroid medication. My eyes were always a main issue. They had been improving, so I was really having no need. I had food allergies, but there was really no need to make videos because I wasn't seeing my Lyme literate doctor frequently. So with that said, 4 years later, I've gotten a lot of people asking me, well, how are you doing? Can you do a video just updating your status being 4 years in remission? So here I am today. It's Easter today. It's really humid. I just put some self tanner on and I just made hard boiled eggs, so it's hot. I had to close the windows for this video because it's really loud outside. But I will say that I have been doing really well. I've been thriving. I was actually in my work life able to completely transform everything to a point where I could never have imagined. Is that something that I would always want to do? What I'm doing now, I don't know, but it's clearly with my physical symptoms and my brain symptoms, I never thought I was actually ever going to be able to use my brain and learn new tools and just be the person that I am today. So I will say that brain is functioning phenomenally. If I'm tired, occasionally I'll have a slip up or a slur of a word or something, but that's pretty typical with Lyme disease. My food allergies still exist, so I'm consistently, avoiding all foods, and it's crazy too. So I'm avoiding anything that could be potentially corn, which is everything. Corn's in everything. Gluten. I've added a little bit of cheese back into my life, which I'm loving. Goat cheese, ever so slightly, to see if it would bother me, and then sheep's milk cheese, and so far so good. So I might incorporate that a tad, but no real grains. Occasionally I'll have rice with sushi, of course, and oats, which I just made these oat donuts. So good to me, but probably not good to the rest of the world, and definitely doesn't taste anything like a donut. But I really just, stick to meats and veggies and some fruits. Not a huge fruit fan. And I've had to make a lot of changes with the corn allergy. It's really, really hard to travel and whatnot and eat. And I have to do that sometimes for my work. So no fun there. But I am seeing a naturopathic doctor that used to work with a big doctor in Seattle. So she's got me doing IDL, IDA. Actually, it's just IDL now, for mold and then foods. And I'm really starting that regimen pretty strictly now because I've been slacking big time. So foods was always an issue. My eyes still remained an issue. I'm seeing a really good doctor about my dry eye. And I did some IPL laser to the eyelid, and that seemed to help after the third treatment, but then I did the fourth and it reversed. It wasn't as great. So my naturopath is going to have me try these MSM type drops because nothing works. I walk around with Lumify in my eyes all the time because otherwise I just look like I'm high, and I'm not, I swear. What else? So there's still those symptoms. I'm still on my thyroid medication. But overall, I have not declined in my health. I've gotten better. I'm still working out. I never really stopped that. I am just really functioning well overall. I have to take care of myself very strictly still, it never goes away. Yes, I would like to be able to eat more foods again at one point in my life, and maybe I'll get there with these LDI drops, little droppers. Oh, and also recently my naturopathic doctor put me back on cromolyn sodium because I was like flushing a lot and having actual reactions to stress. I was in a very high stress position at work, very, very high stress. And the cool thing about that was I was able to do that for one, and do that really well and work really well under stress. And guess what? Not get sick, not slip up, not end up having some Lyme symptoms. So I'm very proud of myself for the effort I put in to get better and the continued effort that I have put into myself in order to not relapse, not get sick. Have I been perfect all the time? No, but I try my best. So I'm doing really well, better than, well, I always wanted to get better, but if you can imagine what it's like to go from a person who can barely speak words and function to someone who has like completely flipped their life around in every single way possible. I hate to say I'm grateful for this illness, but I will say that it put me in a place where I had to figure a lot of stuff out for myself, and I was somehow able to do that. And so I can only wish that on everybody else that's struggling with a chronic illness or, Lyme disease. So an overview of this video is basically, I am still stabilizing my immune system. Cromolyn sodium works great for me. I am taking LDI droppers to improve my food allergies, and I'm still on my thyroid medication. And, I'm constantly doing things. Thought it was a good idea to talk to this naturopathic doctor again that is very, very familiar with Lyme disease, because I want to always make sure I'm doing the most optimal stuff. And I was like, if I got myself this far, let's get me this far, and let's get me this far. And if I can get rid of those food allergies, well, then let's get me up here, So anything I can do to hit that 100%. But overall, I do feel good, like really good every day. So another thought I have had recently is, maybe I'll talk about that on another video and we'll just call it a day for right now. But I do want to say overall, I'm doing phenomenally. I couldn't be doing any better in so many areas of my life. So thank you all for following my story. Let me know if I can help you. I do want to start more videos. I'll explain that in another video, but I want to start having conversations about some of the things that come up around Lyme disease often, and some of the things that I am thinking about now in retrospect that I think are really good conversations for the Lyme community and the chronic ill community to be having, and then be able to have the support from others. So with that said, thank you so much for following my journey. I'm very lucky to say that I have continued on this healthy journey and lifestyle, and it's done wonderfully for me. So I wish you all the best, and thank you.